Oh. Do, 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 do. Hey, Heather. Oh, thanks. My hair's looking awfully big. Hey, Trina. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Sorry, I had to tweet out what's scary. Fuck yourself, Nick. How about that? Do, 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 do. You quit your real job for that? Is the money that good? Hey, Charlotta. How is everybody? I'll wait a couple more minutes and then we'll open the Boxycharm, which I already opened and I kind of used some of it. And I used an eyeliner today from my Ipsy. Mm. My hair looks awfully red and it's not, it's really not in person. 650 in 3 days, goddamn. One of these nights, if you're comfortable with it, you should come on panel and talk about it. Yo, what's up, Mike? What's good? And just so everybody knows, if anybody wants to, to hear the tea or the gossip about the wrestling community or wrestlers in WWE, Nick's putting out videos. Thank you, Charlotta. It would be interesting to find out. I mean, just for if anybody doesn't really know, you know what I mean, Heather? It would be an interesting conversation or topic. I did not just get fucked. I actually got home about an hour ago from my daughter's performance. So, no, I didn't get fucked. Do, 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 do. I appreciate that, Heather. No, I'm good. You know, I don't understand though, and this is just me, but like when kids do, like, say, like band, right, where they have an instrument and stuff, what I don't understand is why the parents pay for either the instrument and or the rental and then don't get them like, I don't know, music lessons on the side because whew, Oh, that's awesome. There you go. Hi, Sarzi. How are you? Hey, Stephanie. Like, if you're gonna pay, like, I don't know. I think it's because my kid plays percussion. So, like, how hard is it to, like, you know, not my daughter, but my son? He plays percussion. I think that, yeah, drums. So, like, that, you don't really need like a teacher. Does your son take music lessons, Stephanie? And we're also talking about um elementary school, not high school. Yeah. See, these kids only get lessons once a week. You play triangle. This is fucking a red glitter over my black nails. Oh, see, they have band class every day. We don't get that. We get once a week. Maybe if they had music like once a week, once a day. Yeah. Like and then they put on performances and these kids are decent, but like, whew, thank you. Let's see, 10% off the girls I send up, so it's also a plus. There you go. I drums and took lessons, then taught myself from practicing at home. Yeah, like I get like a lot of kids like to do that and stuff, but I don't think these kids just do it once a week. And the music teacher, I love him, but he's like, once a week we practice, and they did good. They did a lot better than what they did in the winter. Whew, that was rough. Like 3 months in. Bye, Heather. Well, he's not in like my son. He's not in band. He has his performance next week. So nice. Hey, Muffin. That's pretty cool, Mike. My ex played drums. Does he? But did the parents pay for the extra lessons, Stephanie, or no? I don't know. See, like with my son, it's easy with the drums because his father's a drummer, his two uncles are drummers. They actually taught for a drum and bugle corps. So thank you. What is that? Oh shit. Thank you. Oh, you have to pay for extra lessons? Now, do you rent? Like we rent his drums. Hey, Miss. Right. See, we don't have that. We only have like, yeah, we rented it too, but we only have like the once a week. Okay, let's get into the Boxycharm. So before I do though, but the what I went to go see was my daughter who sings in chorus, and it was very very good, very good. Oh, see, I didn't get the little thing this time. So, anyways, Boxycharm. I didn't get the pamphlet. Maybe that pamphlet was only like once a month, like once, and then they went back to the cards. So Boxycharm's 5-year anniversary was, I think, this month. I think it's this month. So they sent 6 things. Yeah, I tear up when my daughter sings. When she sings and when she does chorus and when she does theater. Okay, so we'll get the boring stuff out of the way. So the boring stuff is there was 2 brush sets. One is a fluffy face brush. Not so fluffy. I mean, my elf brush is fluffier than this. Hey, City, how are you, girl? Yeah, same, Muffin. I mean, there's something about like watching your kid perform in front of hundreds of people that you sit there and you go, oh my God, like you have that much courage. Like, and then of course, it's your child. So you're like, she's the best. I'm sure I'll be like that next week too, because where my son's performing next week, it's actually in front of like hundreds of people. So, hmm oh, let me tell you, last year after, hey, Leanne, last year after my daughter's first time doing theater, she got a role in the play and I was so excited, right? So, like, I'm like second row back, like she's just there and I'm like recording it and the whole 9 yards. And as soon as they're done with the play, like I'm the one that's screaming. I'm like, same thing with my son when he gets a basket in for the basketball. I'm just like, what? Like, that's my kid. Like, my son shot a half court shot and hit it and got it in. And it was like a buzzer beater, like literally a buzzer beater. And I screamed, dropped my phone, like the whole 9 yards. Like, I didn't even get it on video. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I made that. Okay, so I think I could probably sit here and just because I'm very proud of my kids, you know what I mean? And I think we all are. We all have that, that moment where it's like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, I am. I'm the one, and it's funny too because usually my kids can't. They they look for me in the crowd, but like I'm always the one in with the small towns, because my kids go to they go to good schools. They don't go to the ghetto schools. So when you sit there and you look different than everybody else, it's like, oof, like I can be spotted. No, no, this doesn't smell weird at all. Mm-hmm. That it is, my friend. That it is. This is really soft though. Like I'm sitting here talking, I was like, it's very soft. So this brush is a P12 face brush from Aesthetica. It's synthetic fibers that allow for maximum control. And this is $27. Mm-hmm. You should see some of the parents, though. They sit there and they're just very quiet, very demure. Like, that's not me. Nope. I am a loud ass bitch. And then there was a 3-piece set. It is. It's very soft. Considering it's synthetic, I was like, I'm shook. Hey, Jennifer. Then we get the 3-piece set, also from Aesthetica. Now there's an angled brush, but it seems to be very thick. Oh, good. That's picking it up. It's very thick. Me neither, Leanne. Me neither. I do not fit in with these women because I don't have the Michael Kors and the Louboutins and drive a Porsche and very quiet. Like that ain't me. Yeah. See, that's sweet, Stephanie. I'm that person too. Then you get a spoolie, and then you get this tiny brush. This one I actually like. I use this today. I like this brush. It's good for the eyeliner. And this is $45. $45 for fucking 3 brushes? No. Like, no. Mm-hmm. Same muffin. This one? This one's a good brush. This one? No. Would I ever pay $45 for these 3 brushes? No. No, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't want to fit in with them either. It's funny because they all have like the same color hair. They all have like the same like Ugg boots in the winter. Like I tell you what, in the wintertime when my son was playing basketball, I would go to these games and all the mothers would be dressed the same. They would have blue jeans, black Ugg boots or tan Ugg boots, their North Face puffy jacket, and their Michael Kors bag. I would come in black pants, 2 sweatshirts, and that's it. Like, yeah, they are. Okay. Then we have Cover Effects Blurring Primer. Has anybody ever used this? Because I think I'm going to give this to my middle daughter. And this is $38. It's a lightweight, soft focus primer that blurs the appearance of pores, fine lines, and other imperfections, creating a smooth canvas for flawless foundation application. I don't think that they have a blurring primer that will get rid of my 11s. So you ordered a new mop? Oh, and where did you order that from? Louboutin. Your foundation broke up. I wear my Chucks all the time too. Is that wrinkle remover cream? No, I wish it was. I don't use primer or foundation on my skin. Um, Hello, Maria. How are you? But my my middle wants to start using, like foundation. So I'm just like, bitch, if they had a primer that took away your fucking, the expression lines, I'd be all over it, all over it, all over it. All right, so let's see. And then we have a Boxycharm X Beauty Creations matte lip gloss. I don't know why they say matte lip gloss because it's matte. Like it should be liquid lipstick, matte liquid lipstick. You're sick as a dog. Oh no, Maria, are you okay? You love the primer too. Bitch, I don't use anything on my skin. I exfoliate my skin like every other day. And that's it. Actually, the dark one just turned me on to a moisturizer that I'm going to start using, but I don't. You think you have bronchitis? You should probably go to the doctor. You can't be messing around with your health. This one's called Kiss Me. I'm going to keep this because it seems to be like a color I would wear. It's a little brighter than what I would wear. But oh God. Hold on, I'll grab it. It's a Neutrogena one. Oh, while I'm grabbing that, I can grab a makeup wear. Okay, so it's this one. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's nice. But yeah, this lipstick, fuck the lip gloss bullshit, okay? Like, legitly fuck the lip gloss because it dries down and it don't move. Like, it's one of those formulas that, like, it's there. But that is what? $10. Which isn't bad, but yours isn't that dark. Did you get the you got Boxycharm, right, Maria? Did you let it matte, not your color? The only thing I no, this one's Kiss Me. I have I use a retinol from The Ordinary, and I use it once in a while. I actually stopped using all the stuff that I was using just because my face. All right, so I have very oily skin, but when I use my whole regimen, my face gets so dry, like so dry. So I don't. Yours is more pink. I don't tend to use it a lot. I don't know a lot about retinols. Nick knows more about retinols than I do. Like, Nick knows more about the skincare shit than I do. I just kind of do the basics because I can't be bothered. Next Tuesday, next Thursday. But this stuff is like less than 20 bucks. Mm-hmm. That's why we look as young as we do, Muffin. But this is good. This isn't like heavy, light. You know what I mean? Like, yours is called Sweetheart. Oh, so you guys have a different color. Mm-hmm. Me too, Sha. Me too. Okay, so then I was very interested in this. So last month we got a Pretty Vulgar blush, and I love the vitamin C suspension from The Ordinary. I think I have that. I think I have that one. Mm-hmm. These these aren't even 11s. These are fucking train tracks. So last month we got a blush from Pretty Vulgar, and it wasn't a bad color, so I actually kept it. Um, this month we got a gel eyeliner, and I love the pot. Like, I love the packaging. Like, I feel like Nick right now because I'm like, this packaging is nice. Like, I like this. And I purposely did not watch his Boxycharm unboxing because I want my own opinions. Like I didn't watch anybody's Boxycharm unboxing. Right? The packaging's so good. You need something for dark circles. Isn't vitamin C good for dark circles? And then you're not going to be able to see it, but it's full. Like I might buy this again if I ever run out of it, but this is $24 and you can get Pretty Vulgar at Sephora. This I wouldn't put it on the waterline. Like I have it in my waterline, but it's too creamy for that. If that makes sense. Like when I put gel eyeliner into my waterline, I like a stiffer formula like the Kiss. Like it's $5, literally $5 at Walmart. Um, but it works good for tight lining and for the waterline. And if I don't use that, I use my Inglot. I use my Inglot for everything though. Like I throw my Inglot into my tight line, my waterline, my upper lids. It's a good thing because I can't find a good pencil and I really don't want to spend $20 on a Marc Jacobs one. You know what I mean? $5 is a good steal. Need a good exfoliating brush. What? What do you need an exfoliating brush for? Like your body or your face? Aren't they pricey, Stephanie? Because my ass is on a budget. This is heavy too. Like I just didn't. Ooh, that would be a nice nail shot. Leanne, next time you do the nails, you should do it around something like this. And then the last thing, which I am not happy about. Mike, they don't sell a brush to exfoliate your ass. You're excited for your new mop? Yes, definitely have enough to put into a sock. What kind of mop did you get, Nick? Since you're so talking about this mop. So this is supposed to be I'm an ordinary skin girl plus a ColourPop girl. You know what? When I went to the dark ones, right, in Texas, I she had a ColourPop Super Shock, which I've never bought because, whatever. And I felt it in the pigmentation and everything. I was like, oh my God, these are so good. I was like, oh, I need something different to use on my oily face instead of oxy pads. Any ideas? Yes, Mike. I have tons of ideas for that. What is that? Mercardi is a good app to use for selling makeup. It's a Bissell. It sweeps and mops at the same time. Oh, we're doing HSN? Yeah, well, the only thing I knew from ColourPop was that one palette that we got in Boxycharm. And those are their pressed shadows. And I was like, but like, I've never touched any of their Super Shocks. And I was talking to the dark one and I was like, oh my God, this is an awesome color and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I never know how to wear it. I'm like, wear it all over your lid and then smoke it out. Bissell Crosswave. She's fancy these days. Ooh. Will she pick up dog food and dog hair? So this palette is $30 and I'm sorry, but they are definitely not being inclusive. Because they're buy one, get one free. And smoke it out. No, not like that, Trina. Not like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna swatch them and you tell me, you know, like I know that's not gonna pick up on camera. But if you guys have this, like, first of all, they're chalky as fuck. Like, and I get their face powders, but like that on my skin tone would look muddy. You know what I mean? And that dark one would be a nice like outer corner color, but fuck, man. Yeah, they were gonna use them as eyeshadows, and I get that because they're good browns for eyeshadows, but fuck. Why didn't they just I don't know. I'm over the whole pure thing anyways. Listen, I ain't hating on box this month. I got a good gel eyeliner, a decent brush for my eyes, and then a face brush. I ain't hating on it. Yeah, maybe I'll try it as eyeshadow. Yeah, I thought about doing like if I wasn't so blind, I would just do it, on camera, but I can't because I'm so blind. We have been. I'm over pure, I'm over highlighters. Like I wish they would do like a mixture of makeup and um but there's so many other brands. Like I was so excited when they started putting ColourPop in there. I'm like, okay, that's affordable. That's something like most people can obtain if they want to, you know what I mean? But like pure, like no. Cover effects, I'm glad that they have that in there because I personally wouldn't go to the store and go get anything cover effects because that's just not my jam, you know what I mean? Um they could put Makeup Geek in there. They could put Tarte, they could put fucking I would love for them to put some of the indie brands in there like Juvia's Place or I know they put Makeup Geek in there, but like there's so much more. You know what I mean? Like make a little palette with, Geek or somebody. No, it is too pricey. What's the other one? Makeup Forever. Pure lighters. There we go. Like I was so happy. I've looked at it too. They're coming out with a new palette too, Stephanie. Um, I was so happy when they put um that Dr. Brandt, the microdermabrasion, like that was awesome. Like I was so happy when I got that. Right? Juvia's Place and Juvia's Place is affordable. They're what I consider affordable. They're under $25. They could even put a fucking Morphe palette in there. Okay. Morphe is in that middle bracket. They're not necessarily drugstore, but they're not high end. Same thing with Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is independently owned and like mhm. Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, this box alone was $170 if you were to buy everything retail. Now, would I personally pay $45 for 3 brushes? Fuck no. Hell fucking no. You know what I mean? Will I pay $20 for one fucking brush? Nope. No, I just won't. But will I pay $21 for a box where I could get a brush and then some makeup? Yeah. I'm not mad at the brushes except for fan brushes. I am so over fan brushes. Like they can fuck themselves with that. I don't know. No, and that's the truth too, Muffin. Like drugstore, if you go into drugstore, bitch, I don't have pussy hair. Maybe that's you. You can go into the drugstore now and it's like $20. No, my box didn't have a chemical smell. It's like $20 for an eyeshadow palette. It's, $13 for um a foundation. Like that's not cheap. And for that price, I would um just go to like Ulta. No, I'm not selling them. You know what though? What is it? Sometime probably in the next week. I don't know if I should just say it now or whatever. Nick, when do you want to announce what we were talking about yesterday? A fan brush, it's um hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. I don't even know if I still have one. I might not have one. Might not. No, I don't have one anymore. But basically it's like ooh. So basically what it is, it looks like this. And then when you can use it for highlighter, but then you can use it for blush or contour. A lot of people use that. I mean, we're keeping it that part private, Nick. I can announce that your herpes has now spread from your mouth to your asshole because you like doing that. And doesn't we lose shadows? Hmm. Spread shaving cream. Aw, thanks, John. Cat's out of the back now. Did you see this brush? Nick, this is the brush I was telling you about. This brush is $10 from e.l.f. and it's huge. And it's soft. Oh my god. Yes, like Nick would use a brush like this to dust away, the flakies from his lips because, chapped. But you can use a fan brush if it's big enough. Well, this end, Trina. Does it? It's e.l.f. e.l.f. Who would have fucking thought? e.l.f. e.l.f. I'm like, I got it because I had extra bucks. So a $10 brush cost me like $4. That's why I got it. But it's huge. This might, I love you too. This might be big enough to cover all of, Nick's problems. Right? It's $10. Oh, City, I love me some Wet and Wild. Love them. They have upped their game. Ooh, and Jeffree Star. If anybody likes Jeffree Star shit, Jeffree Star is having a sale, 25% off of certain things. Mm-hmm. The 19th. I think I retweeted it. Hey, Pamela. Listen, Nick wears his problems proudly. Makeup has changed. I'm well, Pamela. How are you? Makeup has changed, but when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I would use like my fingers for if I had to put any cream on, and then it was always that green compact from CoverGirl, and that shit was to put the powder on, and then your pencil, your wooden pencil that you used to have to light up to put your eyeliner on just to make it black. Oh, thank you, Pam. Okay, so as Nick says, we're going to hold a fundraiser so Dee can get a mic for our hangout that we're going to do. Um, thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start doing podcast style. Hell yeah, Aquanet. You can tease that shit, hold it up, spray your hair, blow dry it. That shit, I had the hair wall from hell. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to do a podcast style hangout on this channel. And then we're going this is the first time you've ever won a bet between you and I, Nick, so you can suck dick, okay? Because you, my dear, have lost every fucking bet that you and I have ever had, except for this one. And that's only because you got your mic off of eBay. You won one time, motherfucker. One. So then we're gonna do the Nick and D list. Bitch, I ain't a sore loser. No, his mic has not arrived yet, and I have not gotten my mic yet. Because I'm busy putting my money towards other things that I will be announcing next week on this channel. No, Trina. Maybe. I don't know. Hold on, let me see. Because the mic that I want is different. It should be here by the 21st. We're raising money as eBay has the best prices. Oh, I know, Mick. You found a cheaper one today? Dickless D. Because we want to do a podcast, and that's the thing. Like everybody, when him and I are together and we're on panels, either his panel, my panel, whatever, everybody always says, I have the blue snowball one on mine, Nick. Everybody always says that we should do a podcast. So we've been talking about it. No, they won't monetize it. And we've been talking about it behind the scenes, and because that's just what we do, and we talk about so much that I think it would be interesting for people to hear kind of what we have to say about things, because we talk about oh really, because we talk about everything from mainstream media to YouTube to wrestling to music to fashion. Like we talk about everything. So for him and I to have an hour long, thing, it wouldn't be that bad, For now, we're going to do it on the viewer's voice so we can cross promote Dee's channel. Yes. Because he wants to get me to 1,000 subscribers, which I appreciate so much. It's cool because you guys don't always agree. No, we don't. We don't. And it's funny because like him and I, we go back and forth, and that's just the way we are, I don't know. That's kind of up to Nick's availability. Like I've been touch and go over the last 2 weeks, and I already explained a lot of that. And then tonight I was going to listen, you can fuck yourself. Um, I was gonna do the Boxycharm, and then I was gonna do bingo tonight. Oh, I know. You are. You're busy shopping. And that's kind of that was our plan. Nick came up with the I want to do the podcast, and I've been on his ass about that, and he said, "Well, we should start on YouTube first and do it like that. We'll have a hangout. It will be him and I. It won't be so much that we'll be um interacting with the side chat, I don't think. I'm not sure. And you probably will never use it, sort of like everything else that you buy. You buy things just to buy them. But then we can offer it in, if we start it on YouTube, then we're going to, then it will be free. You know what I mean? Oh, Jesus. It is. It's going to look wonderful collecting dust. Fuck you. You're not going to review it. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get it in. You're going to open the box. You're going to say, whatever. And then you're going to put it over to the side. It's the same shit you do with everything else that you buy. You're ridiculous. So who came for bingo? Has anybody ever used this? We could. I thought about, because there's all right, so here's the thing. I looked it up, and to record both of us, we both need a mic. We both need a mic, and then I need to one of us needs to have a program so we can edit it so then we can put it up. And what I was thinking about is putting it up on Patreon instead of putting it up on the normal hosting sites, because on Patreon we would be able to be ourselves. We would be able to like talk and cuss and what. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't believe he will. Muffin. Oh, we could, City. That's a good idea. You're gonna do your foot peel. See, when I looked into doing the whole podcast thing, right? Oh my god, unforgivable, muffin. But when I looked into doing the podcast thing, it was like, okay, you can do this, that, the other, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I can do the back end work. That's not a big deal. But him and I both have to get a mic. We both have to get the recording software and things like that. And that I don't mind. But the way that YouTube is, and I'm very grateful that I have a channel that is for the time being not monetized because I don't have the subscriber count. That I can say what I want to say, and I don't have to be so, PC. You know what I mean? So why do you have to do it for 90 minutes? I always did it for an hour, Trina. Um, in that way, if we even record it, then we could put it up on Patreon, and then we don't have to censor ourselves. We could talk about whatever we want to talk about. We could play whatever we want to play. Ew, he looks like dog shit. Oh, he looks even worse. Oh, does Cena look like that for a role in the movie? I would assume so.
Probably, but that's what he looks like now.
Why is Enzo look like that?
Why the fuck not?
He looks like a crackhead.
He always used to.
He looks worse now.
He doesn't have any more fucking drug tests for the WWE to fucking worry about, so why the hell not?
He'll get, you know what? Think about it though. If they say, okay, well, that allegation didn't stick, now you can come back. If he gets randomly drug tested, then they said, nope, you can't pass a drug test, you're fired. Mm-hmm.
Cena's growing his fucking hair out, his beard out, he's growing all of it out because whatever. Whatever.
I don't know. Fucking Amazon. Trina's got a problem with Amazon. She's got the neck problem that Amazon has. Did you see that, Mike, with the Enzo thing? Okay. Yeah. So you know what I do is I go pee and then I come back, I put the foot mask on. I put a sock on top of my foot because my feet are so small. And then I just sit. No. They actually released a statement on Twitter. Yeah, don't walk in those, Trina. Like legit, go get whatever you need to get for the next hour and just put it next to you and then just sit. Like don't get up because you can't walk in them. No. Okay, so what happened was Enzo Amore from WWE was not charged, but was accused on social media of rape. And this is all allegedly, okay? So the WWE before any charges were filed against Enzo, they fired him. Now, Enzo didn't know about any of it until it hit social media, so his lawyer ended up contacting Phoenix, Arizona, their police department, and I guess they said that there was not enough evidence to put it forward, and that they weren't going to press charges, they weren't going to pursue charges. So I don't think so, because the same day that it broke on social media, they fired him. Like he had to have his lawyers reach out to Phoenix to see if there was any charges or anything else. You know what I mean? I don't soak my feet first, City. I just do them. So, hold on. I'll read the statement that they put out. And then if you want, Nick put up a video about it with the statement. But I'll read it. The fuck did it go? Well, if he sues, then he's going to be blacklisted even more than what he is. And once somebody sues, they'll never work with wrestling again. You know what I mean? Okay. So it says on January 22nd, 2018, Eric, whatever, also known as Enzo Amore for WWE, was accused via the internet and social media of misconduct during an alleged incident in Phoenix, Arizona. Several months earlier, prior to that date, no law enforcement several months earlier. Prior to that date, no law enforcement or any other officials had contacted um, Enzo regarding such claims. However, after the careless, unfounded triage, whatever, on social media, Enzo learned of these accusations when counsel reached out to Phoenix police. Subsequently, they as evidenced by the vast amount of evident by the vast amount of online admissions and other publicity publicly available information, it was soon clear that the accuser exhibited a complete lack of truth or credibility. At all times, Enzo was fully wait. At all times, Enzo fully denied such accusations and remained confident in clearing his name. The Phoenix Police Department recently informed Enzo and his counsel that there is insufficient evidence in the matter to warrant any criminal charges, that the matter will not be transferred to the county attorney for prosecution, and that their investigation and case is closed. No charges were ever filed. The matter is closed. Enzo expresses his gratitude for the enormous amount of support from his fans and followers during this time period. The support has carried him through these events and opened his eyes to the faith and loyalty of those who have cheered and followed his career. This experience has further taught Enzo to be cautious with his personal associations because false, defamatory, and unfounded accusations can alter and impact the lives and careers of the falsely accused and the family. Enzo is working diligently towards his next venture in the entertainment industry and looks forward to reconnecting with his fans in a big way in the near future. Oh, I just started singing. What? Charlotte's pretty much out of commission. Her implant burst and she knocked her teeth out? No, she didn't. You lie. Mm-hmm. Hey, Frog. I don't know. Whose family was sketchy? After Money in the Bank? How come they're not doing it before Money in the Bank? It's just boobs. They can't really let her keep wrestling with a ruptured implant, can they? They probably will. He'll probably sue her, I'm sure. Oh, Hogan's Family. I can't watch Hogan's Family shit. I can't. I don't know. I think I think people that accuse people of things like that where they actually lose their jobs, and if it's saline body absorbs it, yeah. Um where they lose their jobs and things, I think those people should be held accountable. Like when actual people lose their actual revenue. Oh God. She is very she's pulled a lot of her father. I will say that. She has. You nasty, Mike. You nasty. They should be held liable, and especially with him. And I hope that if he's not going back to wrestling or to the WWE, I really hope that he does sue. Um, for the simple fact is that he lost everything over an online accusation. And I think this is where people don't understand that things that you put out online can completely fuck your life. You know what I mean? Like last year people were trying to say shit about Shane Dawson, and thank God, you know, he was on top of it, and and he proved them wrong. But like having something just as bad said about you and you getting fired, and then for the last what 6 to 12 months you've been sitting there just waiting for them to drop it so you can be vindicated, that's bullshit. She should be sued for all of his lost wages. I mean, yeah, his reputation, everything. It's all it's all fucked. And most of these wrestlers, if they're smart, like The Rock. The Rock went from wrestling to doing movies, and granted the first few movies were fucking bad. They were horrible. But he's made a brand for himself, and he is his own brand, and now he doesn't need wrestling. John Cena does wrestling, and um he does the movies, and that's good. If you're a man that worked with women, you'd wear a body cam all the times. Hey, Dark. See, that's the thing. Like all right, when I was younger, okay, I used to joke around with the guys. And you know what? I'm sorry, but I was rude, crude. I did the jokes. It didn't bother me. One of my bosses actually sat there, and when he first hired me, he said, um, he's like, okay, so we have to stop joking around. And he said this to all the other employees, and they were all guys. And I turned around, I was like, why? What do you joke about? And they would sit there and they would joke. And I'm like, and he's like, don't, don't sue me. Don't go to HR. And I'm like, dude, I'm okay with it. I'm like, but just know that I can joke back to you and talk about how small your prick is. You know what I mean? Like, there's if you're going to do it about women, I should be able to do it about men. You know what I mean? So if you're not going to complain to HR for me, I'm not going to complain to HR for you. And it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't to the point where they were like, kill all women and, gross shit like that. But I think people nowadays are just too oversensitive, you know? And I felt like that over the week because I watched Shane Dawson and Graveyard Girl in their series. And I've been watching Shane for years and years, and I've been watching Bunny for years and years. And, she's talked very openly about her depression and her anxiety and things like that. And, every time she does, she feels like she gets crucified for it. And I think it's gross. You know what I mean? I think that, she's only showed one room in her house because she's afraid. She was afraid to show what she's worked so hard for. She's afraid to just be like, you know what, I'm having a bad day. I don't feel like, doing the sippy sippy. Hey, Irish. I don't feel like, being up and crazy because that's not how everybody is. I think as people that watch YouTube, like I watch YouTube like it's TV. Okay. I don't watch cable that often because I don't need to. I have YouTube. Um, and I hate that everybody that I watch lately has become so fucking PC. And they don't talk about if they have a bad day or if they have a good day or trials and tribulations of just what's going on in their own head because they are afraid they're going to get dragged for it. And I think it's disgusting. Um, I'm glad that Shane went and he helped her, feel comfortable in her own skin to talk about things online. You don't have to put out, you know, my kid's name is Joe and today he took a shit and here's a picture. You don't have to put it that way, but I had a conversation earlier today about, kids and just on here, you know, about school plays and things like that. And I didn't disclose, where my kids went to school, what their name was, things of that nature, because people online are gross and they like to, take a little bit of information that you put out and either turn it into something fucking disgusting or they like to dox it. You are crucified if you hurt somebody's feelings, but I think that if you don't say it maliciously, I think there's a difference. I can sit here and I can say, Irish, you look like the woman from 101 Dalmatians. Now, me saying it like that, it wouldn't be horrible. Okay. But if I said, oh God, fucking Irish, that bitch, she sits there and she looks like that bitch from 101 Dalmatians and she probably kicks puppies too. Like, who the fuck? It's the intent of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's where people get it lost. Just because I say something that I feel, um, you know, is it malicious? Not a lot of the time, but people get so fucking screwed up because you're reading it on, I know you would, but you're reading it over text and or you're reading it on social media and you don't hear how the person's saying it. And there's another thing that's going on right now where I saw today and I was just like, I feel bad because people joke and people talk behind the scenes and it's not always PC. You don't sit there and just go, oh, well, this nice, person over here and they said, not so nice things, but that's very wrong of them and blah 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 blah. Instead of going, you know what, this fucking bitch over here is running her goddamn mouth. And I don't think that's cool, in going into it and breaking it down because that's the kind of conversation you have with friends. I don't think that you should have to be so PC all of the time. Are there things that everybody knows there's right and wrong? Yes, absolutely. But on the other hand, do you need to sit there and cater to everybody? No, you can't because you don't know if I'm going to say, you know, gray cats are ugly and, white dogs are gross and I only own black dogs and black cats and that's it. Now, who am I offending? Everybody that has any other color of animal. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion that I want to own black cats and black dogs. But people take it out of context and they try to twist it and they run with it and it's fucking wrong. It's so wrong. All right, let's see. She needs to protect herself. I agree with that, Frog. But at the same time, she could talk about she could talk general and still protect herself. I think that there's a lot of YouTubers that think they owe their audience every fucking waking moment of their life, or they owe their audience, their persona. And I hate that for them. I wish more people would just be like, you know what, this is me, I'm having a bad day, oh fucking well. Or, let's slap this on my face using this brush because why not? It's makeup, it washes off, get over it. But then you have so many people in their comments that are just so negative. And it's like, what kind of personal hell do you live in that you need to come online and just be that gross? Like you can have an opinion that doesn't have to, agree with other people without sitting there dragging them. Like I can sit there and I can say, Nick and I, when we have conversations, I don't agree with him. I tell him all the time that $35 fucking brush is wrong. But Is it to the point where I have to sit there and say, oh my God, you're a fucking cum guzzler, that, 2-bit whore? No, no, not at all. I can just say you're dumb because you spent your money stupid. Mm-hmm. They are damaged people. People. Agreed, Stephanie. And that's the shit part too, Mike, is because you see, like, I saw Shannon Nexo. No, Shay. She came on social media and she had gained some weight over the winter, and she had lost a bunch of weight last year. And people are sitting there going, oh, she gained weight, she's pregnant, blah, 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 blah. And it's all in her comments. And it's like, they're commenting on her weight gain. And it's like, fuck off. This woman sits down in front of her camera 2 times a week, 1 time a week, whatever, and she does videos for you. And if you don't like it, there's a fucking X button. You can unsubscribe. There are millions of people that upload to YouTube daily, and a lot of them do the same fucking shit. I can load my feed, and I bet you anything, there's at least 10 people that did a Boxycharm unboxing. And each one of them are probably going to have a different opinion. One of them's going to like the eyeliner, another one's not going to like the eyeliner, one of them's going to like the brushes, another one's not going to like the brushes. And that's the beauty of it. You get other people's opinions, but it's not on us as viewers to sit there and judge people and to put it onto their comments like, oh my God, you've gained weight, you're a fat fucking bitch because all you do is sit on YouTube, or, oh my God, how dare you show off that you own a Tesla? Fuck off. You're not doing the work for them. You know what I mean? They're allowed to gain weight, lose weight, fucking wear pajamas when they upload, swear, express what they're going to express because that's who they are. You subscribe to these people because of who they are. If you don't like it and you don't like the content they're putting out, get away. Just unsubscribe. It's really that easy. It's not that deep. Now I'm gonna read. And they need to get some hustle in their lives to complain about everything. There's a line that you don't cross. Not everything you need to know. If my child doesn't know, I'm not telling others. I sure don't know. Right. I think YouTubers are so afraid of losing monetization and sponsorship. And that's the big thing, Stephanie. The way that YouTube is, they'll not even flag a video. They'll demonetize a video if you cuss in it, if you use the wrong thumbnail, if you put in, keywords. If I were to do a video, all right, say if I was monetized, if I were to do a video talking about my anorexia, my own personal story, I wouldn't get monetized. If you, now that medical marijuana and recreational marijuana are being legalized in so many states, they just took down a whole bunch of people's channels. And I'm not talking about people that got like 500 subscribers like me or like 1,000 subscribers like me. No, I'm talking about people that have like 150,000 subscribers, 1.5 million subscribers that talk about medical marijuana, that talk about just marijuana in general. And what? They're taking down those channels because it's not legal federally. But if it's legal in their state, they should be able to upload those videos and just age restrict them. And that's another thing I got a problem with YouTube. They want you to age restrict your videos, right? If you're going to put up like some kind of content that isn't good or isn't suitable for younger children. Isn't their whole thing like you have to be a certain age to be on YouTube? Like to be a subscriber to YouTube, to have a YouTube You know what I mean? So at the same time, now you have children who are supposed to be using YouTube Red, not YouTube, who are under the age of, I think it's like 13 or 16 for YouTube that are on there. And it's like, why do I need to age restrict if you're having a teenager watch you? Now, would I say that, a 5-year-old is welcome into my side chat? No. If I see new people and they start acting a certain way, I usually ask how old they are. And if they're under 18, they get taken out. You know what I mean? So as content creators, and this is what I was talking, it goes back to what I was talking about with the podcast. As content creators, it becomes very difficult to be your authentic self while still worrying about your numbers and monetization. And especially if people look at this for income, you know what I mean? And it sucks. I really wish there was a platform where people can go, where they could go and be their authentic self and still get paid for it, you know? I think a lot of people would be a lot more open to hearing, oh, I had a good day, I had a bad day, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like just talking like normal human beings, because I think a lot of people look at like the Jacqueline Hills and, um, you know, those Manny MUAs and Laura Lees, and they're like, oh my God, you can't have, you know, a bad day. You can't be in a mood where you don't feel like recording or being up or, being perky. And I know for myself personally, that's why I stopped sitting down and recording videos, because to get in that headspace where I need to be like, okay, hey guys, I got my Boxycharm. Here it is. It's $21 a month, and have that energy. I don't have it right now. I just don't. And I don't feel like fucking, you know, I don't feel like faking it, you know? I think all these funeral videos keep popping on my suggestions. I don't want to see that shit. The parents do need to step in, Maria. You don't need to log in to watch, but you do need to log in if you want to keep your subscriptions and comment. Oh, and I think every video should have an age restriction, a trigger warning, fucking, explicit. Like it's sad to this point. I don't know if they're being affected by European laws. Exactly, Mike. People shouldn't, people can give constructive criticism, like Bunny, she asked in her last video, she's like, if you guys have any suggestions, on blah blah blah, please leave it in the comments. If people are asking, then feel free, leave those comments, but be constructive about it. Just don't sit there and say your lighting's fucking shit. You know, be like, oh, you should look into this lighting. You know what I mean? All the drama channels are going after Jacqueline's divorce since she announced it. I don't think it's something to talk about. I didn't know she announced it. I honestly didn't know she announced it. And you know what? I don't think people should be speaking on other people's divorces. You know what I mean? Like, I think there has to be just like a respect issue. Like, if I don't, right, don't be an asshole. I don't want people to assume anything about my relationship. Oh, she announced on her Twitter. And even if I did, like it's my story. That's my story to tell. Like me sitting here saying, okay, well, like for my husband for example, my last husband, when he died, his his death and what I went through, that's my story to tell. Is that anything for, say, Nick to go do a live stream on or to do a video on because he knew the story? No, absolutely not, because it's my story. And I think a lot of the drama channels don't understand that there is a line. And I fucking hate the fact that drama channels will sit there and they'll be like, they boo hoo. They get upset when people cross that line with them. But you just did that to how many fucking people? How many people were you gross to? How many people did you exploit their pain? You know? And right, it's their story. There's another woman on YouTube that, unfortunately somebody went and ran with the information that she was getting divorced because they went and started Googling her name or however they came about the information. But then they sat there and made a fucking live stream about it and they sounded happy over it. And then that woman felt obligated to do a YouTube video or to do a live stream saying that yes, she is getting divorced. And you know what? That's disgusting. That's gross. You know, if I want to tell you guys that I stubbed my toe, or better yet, when my friend's mother passed, you know what I mean? I didn't sit there, I didn't put out any of their information. I didn't say shit about shit. I just said, my friend's mother passed. I've known the woman for 27 years. Now, I was still able to express that I had a loss within my street family, but I didn't need to sit there and say, well, this person and Jane Doe over here, she died, and these are her children, and people are fucking calling people like that's extreme. And I think the problem is that people think that just because you're on YouTube that you are not entitled to privacy, that you're not entitled to have your own private life, you know? Like I have Malice, I have my 3 kids, whatever. What I choose to put onto social media is my business. And I think it's disgusting that people think it's perfectly okay to call people's homes or, CPS on people or adult services or fucking anything else unless they physically see somebody getting assaulted or, whatever. They come up and they're all bruised up, and then somebody happens to ask, hey, are you okay? And they go into a story about how they just had their ass beat. Then, yes, please, by all means, try to get those people help. But at the same time, if somebody's just sitting there talking to you and you just don't like what they have to say, it does not give you the fucking right to sit there and call their job, call their family, fucking try to contact their job so that they lose their job, do any of it, or to sit there and turn around and make another video and go up on YouTube or up on Periscope or YouNow or Facebook Live or any other fucking social media and say, oh my God, did you just see D? She was talking about this, and we need to contact this person, that person, the other person. It's dumb. And I know I just went in a whole long tangent and I apologize, but fuck. I hate people that fucking cross those lines. Anyways. I apologize. Anywho. So the short and the long of that is people are too fucking PC. And people cross the line all the time because they think it's perfectly fine. And me personally, I don't. Mm-hmm. Tell them that you're busy watching your friend rant. There's a whole group that can't leave each other. I think it's not just one group though, City. There's so many. And people keep doing it. And then I saw another stream today. And there was another woman, and she was sitting here and she's like, well, people are contacting my family and this, that, the other, right? And she's like, well, if they leave me alone, I'll leave them alone. And it's like, when is it, when is enough enough? When is it that you sit there and say, you know what? People keep fucking bothering me online. I'm done. You know, my real life comes before the internet. And they don't mean that much to me that I need to be online constantly defending myself. You know what I mean? Like, I've had people say shit about me. They'll sit there and, meth head, crackhead, da 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 da, because I was very skinny and because of, whatever. Okay. You think what you want to think because I know the truth. I have no problem showing my arms. I have no problem sitting here saying, no, I'm actually, a recovering anorexic, and I can just address it and leave it alone. I don't need to fucking go back and forth with people because it's not worth my time, you know? No, I can't with the tit for tat. I can't, and I think that's why I don't go in a lot of the drama things. You know what I mean? Like I will once in a while because, people will be like, "Oh, you got to see this." And I will once in a while. Um, but I can't do it daily. I can't do it all day, all night. And I know there's some people that do. They live, breathe, and shit this stuff. And I just can't. I think people want to have an impact too. But there's people that I've met on social media and I've even met them in person. And then there's people that I still haven't met that I consider very, very close. And I know those people would sit there and they would be like, okay, here's an example. Nick came to me privately when he found out some bullshit and it involved me and then another woman. And he came to me privately and told me about that. Now, after he told me, then he said something publicly. And I was okay with it because he had spoken to me privately. Um, I think that, there's people online that are very close friends of mine. And I know that if I act like an ass, or if I'm going to, dox myself, dox my kids, try to go maliciously at somebody, that they would sit there and you would hear my phone going off and it would be shut the fuck up, cut the fucking shit. This is another level that you don't have to be in. And I know that, you know. But as far as like, say if City turned around and left a comment under my video and says, "God damn girl, you need to get some toner in your hair. You looking like a mess." Okay, that's your opinion. Am I gonna sit there and do a live stream and go, "Oh my god, my hair is none of your fucking business," and yada yada yada, and then rip her hair down? No, it's not that deep. Like everybody's allowed an opinion. But I do have a problem when people bold-faced lie. And, that's why I had such a problem with Mango Tea because he sat there bold-faced lying about Nick, and not just Nick, but about Jen Gerard and, Tawny. And it was it was that. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the lies. And I've never liked liars. Oh, that's a look. I don't know. I guess I'm just in a ranty mood tonight. I should just rename this to Bingo. No, not even bingo. Boxycharm and rant. Rant and a Boxycharm. Just like that, like, didn't he like sit there and dox Beauty Truth Sleuth? And that's gross. I don't get. But then he sat there, and what, a week prior he was sitting there crying. Yeah, I was away. He was sitting there crying about how he's losing income because he's losing subscribers because people are sitting there going for his character. And it's like, whoa, whoa, buddy, whoa. You don't get to do that. You don't get to play victim and say, oh my God, I can't believe that somebody actually sat there and went for my character and I'm losing subscribers. So I'm losing paycheck from YouTube because I am a drama channel and I like to dark and I like to talk shit about people, and none of it is true. But then he wants to sit there and, lie about Nick and then dox Beauty Truth Sleuth. That's her business. She will put out her photo when she feels like it. Mm-hmm. Right, Frog. I'm keeping it real about the bullshit we all tired of. Right, Char? Ooh, good though. That means a lot of the kitchen got done. There's some. Right. And like me personally, I've done that with a few of the YouTubers and people that were in this community, you know, people will sit there and they'll be like, oh, this person's live or that person's live. And it's like, okay, I don't care. I'm not subscribed. I don't watch, but that's just me because there's so many more things that I could be watching. I could be watching, which I've been quite fond of as of recently, is watching street foods from Mexico and Japan. Nice. Right. He needs to pick a lie. Either he's in debt or not, right? He says that when going back to Mango Tea, he says that he is out of work, that YouTube is his only income, but then he's pulling out credit cards saying that he owns a Mercedes and that he owns his own house in LA. You don't think he's that broke? Would you lose your couple $100 from your YouTube ads? Like your channel's at 21,000. Like I don't see where you're losing your money. It's just not. Oh, and on the same token, um, Nina put out a video today, and I think this is wrong too. So Nina put out a video, and she said that um, she lost her sponsorship for the electrolysis and the Botox and things like that because people called her um, called that place like the laser away or whatever. No, she wasn't eating. She was half naked bitching. Um, so they called Laser Away. They got in touch with Laser Away through their Instagram, and she lost the sponsorship. She also lost every sponsorship that she had with the clothing companies. And the only ones that aren't affected, and this is from her words, is Flex Belt and Bark Box. Now, she's complaining about money. She also confirmed that she can't live stream on her main channel, and she can't get into the YouTube space on her main channel for 3 months because her channel was flagged, so she can't get to YouTube, um, the space in LA for 3 months because her channel was flagged. Now, I would assume that was copyright or something like that. I don't know. But that's why she's moving everything to her other channels, her vlog channel and things like that. Because even though she uploads, she's not getting paid for those uploads. So her main channel uploads are, she's not getting paid for them. So now she's moving them over to her other channels so that maybe she can get her subscriber count out so she can continue to get her income. Now, you know what? In all honesty, I appreciated the honesty from her about that. Like, I've got a strike on my channel, or I've got, two strikes on my channel, and that's why I can't do this, that, the other, and I am losing monetization from that channel. So that's why all my vlogs are going to be over on the Nina Unrated vlogs, and then all my eating stuff is going to be on the Nina Unrated Eats. I appreciate her being honest about that. And I think she's finally feeling the financial hurt of doing, an apartment by herself, and then, the flying back and forth, because it's got to be a financial burden. You know what I mean? Like, unless you've got massive bank, I don't see you flying back and forth from Las Vegas twice a month, economical. And then on top of it, trying to do a whole, apartment and cell phone and car insurance and, food, things like that. Now, I will say that I don't feel as bad for her because she could get a job. And I don't care if it's, being a waitress or going back to stripping. I always said that, I hope that she would get away from the stripping, but if she ended up going back to stripping, it's whatever, it's honest money. Do what you got to do, boo. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's living with her. I don't know. I know they still see each other, and I know she now refers to him as her trainer, but I don't know how much of that is for YouTube or how much of that is real. Because she even when she has recorded some of her workout videos, you can see him in the mirror, like recording her. So obviously they're still fine. Obviously he must have helped her move up the furniture and stuff because I don't see Miles doing it. Um, you know, and it sucks being by yourself, and I understand that. But at the same time, that's her choice. She didn't need to move out from her boyfriend. She didn't need to get away from her boyfriend because of the courts. You know what I mean? Like, it was more of the whole Miles jerking off in her kitchen on, Twitter and wherever else he wants to live stream from. That seems to be a problem. You know what I mean? Not so much like her or her boyfriend. And I don't even know if she's doing her cam shows anymore because of the boyfriend or because of the court, because she's trying to do right. For me, I feel like I'm glad that she's doing it, but I just feel like it's a little bit too late. You know what I mean? Like, 2 years ago, after everything was all said and done and she got her money after she sold her house, she could have, gone to Nevada and found a place to live and been closer to her son and started the visitation and started the therapy, and you know what I mean? Like, just something that I would have done as a parent. Nothing was keeping her in Florida. Nothing. Her kid was not in Florida. And I really honestly don't believe that the courts are going to let her take her son out of Florida, out of Nevada for the summer. I don't see that happening. I just don't. But that's my opinion. That's not me hating on Nina, and a lot of people try to sit there and say that I'm some kind of hater. I'm really not. I can see it from both sides, but at the same time, it's like, okay, this is all my opinion. I'm allowed my opinion, just like somebody that wants to sit there and say Nina's this and Nina's that, and it's all wonderful, glowing, unicorn shitting out rainbows. That's your opinion. I can have mine. I don't know what happened to Miles. She is, and that's what sucks. It's like, I think she was riding the high of having money, being able to do what she needed to do, take care of some stuff, and she was riding that high. And then the whole, kid thing was an afterthought. I think that's my thought. That's my opinion. And then she realized that angle made her more sympathy, more money. Oh, I don't know. That's just my thought. I gotta pee. Does anybody care if I go pee? I do too, City. She could get a 3-bedroom townhouse in Laconia for like 700 a month. No, I can't go pee. Mm. And I only know that because I looked. I was going to move to either Bullhead City in Arizona, which is right on the line of um, Nevada and Arizona. It's like right there. It's where Laconia is. There's Laconia and Bullhead. Oh yeah, go party, go potty. Dark will entertain. Well, Dark met me, so you know what? If anybody wants to ask any questions, Dark's the one. Make her answer them. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, Trina, fuck you. I don't have my herpes. You don't need to do it in the bathroom. Do you have socks on over them? I never do it in the bathroom. I sit my fat ass right on my couch and do them. I am. I'm back. So just walk. The queen should step down. So then take them off and put the socks on and then go into the bathroom and wash it off. Like take the socks off, take the plastic booties off, and then put your regular socks back on and then go wash them off. That's why I didn't go live last night, Frog, to be honest. We had storms here. Ooh, it's gonna get to be a scary angle. You're fine. What time is the wedding? Of course she'll die on the throne. Mm-hmm. That's such a good song. It's so early. Oh. Probably, Trina. 7 for us, 5 if you want to watch the pregame show. 7 a.m. Charles will probably be dead too by the time she dies, to be honest. Ooh, are they gonna do like a red carpet? Are they gonna be like, ooh, this one wore this? I tell you what though, I was very intrigued by the Met Gala, like the fashion there. Are you saying wait. When is this wedding? 7 a.m. Oh, oh. Oh, William? Ugh. Is this Saturday or Sunday? Ugh. Oh. Yes, Muffin. What's the deets on this wedding? Ew, Trina. Ugh. Yeah, that's why he won't be that's why he can't be crowned king. The royal wedding. Oh, city, you don't sleep, we don't sleep. None of us sleeps. Oh my god, Frog, that's a long day. It's Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ugh. Hey, Peppermint. Yeah, no, I can't. 7 a.m. for a wedding? I'll watch it on replay. Yeah, he won't be a king. Ooh, I want to see. All right, so did everybody see Ugh, frog. Damn, girl. I want to see the wedding dress too, but did anybody see that the father of the bride is not coming? Yeah, she did. Blind date, and she got a prince. She would. She would be proud. They did well. Mm-mm. Oh my God, Muffin. Yeah, he had a heart attack because he felt bad about going to the um I guess he leaked information to one of the tabloids. I guess he had a heart attack because of it. Yeah, her mom's going. Her mom left today, I think. I saw on Twitter. TMZ's following all of it. The sister's not going. Yeah, her mom's coming. No, sister wasn't invited. Mm-hmm. We follow Nina, you follow the Windsors. Yeah, but you follow all the stuff over there. What do you think out of celebrity wise is going from like the United States? Remember the nurse that let the radio prank call in? Then no. Ugh, my eyes hurt. That's what Twitter's for, Peppermint. She's going? Posh is going? Really? They killed her? I think we should have a hangout about the royal wedding. Nick. Mm. Yeah, her dad had a heart attack. Oh, there's that tea. They don't like the Trumps? You don't care about that wedding? How can you not care about that wedding? The Queen's going. The Queen is so going. Do commentary on it. I thought about it. I ain't getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning though. Ooh, I wonder if fuck off. Where do you see that? Hold on. Now I need to look. Now I need to. Well, let me look on the Twitter. What isn't traditional? The wedding? See, the three of us should Skype and watch it when we get up at the crack of 3 p.m. Right, Trina? I've been. Huh. Does Nick know Nina was talking mad shit about Trisha? And I think Nick and Miles also. I know off topic, but I had to spill tea. Where was she doing that, Chels? Let's see. Who's been divorced? The girl? Oh, on conspiracy theory, Lilith, and the riddles are very interesting. The rabbit hole's creepy. Oh, I thought she was divorced, but whatever. You know what I hate and I think is ugly is that they brought up the race thing. Not Trump, but a dude getting married. It's okay, Frog. Elton John's going to be singing at the wedding. Candle in the wind. I bet you he will. I bet you he will. I bet you he will. Let's see. TMZ's covering all of it. Hey, Vanessa. Do you say? It does get thrown around. But she's the first one who is not British and is not pure white. Let's see. An heir and a spare. An English friend who referred to the US as redheaded bastards. Harry's sixth in line? Good God. Oh yeah, Elton John he looks like dog shit. Elton John to perform at royal wedding for Prince Harry and Meghan. She's just gorgeous. Are they the same age? Nick, did you Nikki's interview today? I didn't see it yet. Mm. She's 7 years older. Oh, so she's not going to be able to breed. It isn't by the church, so the queen isn't going. Yeah, they always bring up the American thing. She's 35 or 36. She's going. Let's see. Now I just want to know. Okay, let's Google her. Why can't the queen go? She's head of the Church of England. So? Okay, she's 36 years old. And then, all right, so Megan's 36. Somebody remember that. All right. It's not traditional. The wedding's not traditional, or her not going is tradition? Oh, they just announced all 10 members of their bridal party. Let's see who this is. She did not go to Charles and Camilla. Well, Charles is remarrying. Okay, let's see. Leading the pack of the bridal attendants are royal siblings Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Harry's royal nephew and nieces will reprise their roles from their aunt Pippa Middleton's wedding last May. Several of Harry and Meghan's godchildren and children of their friends will also serve in the bridal party. That's a lot of fucking kids. Oh my god, she's 3. A 3-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old. A 4-year-old. A 2-year-old. And his American wife. Jasper Dyer, 6, son of Harry's old friend and mentor, Mark Dyer, and his American wife, Amanda. Like, why do they have to put the American wife? Oh, Pippa. I have a feeling Saturday. I'll be on a panel warming my vocal cords for I Told You So. You know what? Hey, James, fuck you, Nick. Because when you called me today and did that, that was some bullshit. Okay, press 1 if you think the queen is going to go. Press 2 if you don't think. Oh shit, somebody screenshot that Trina thing. Right? I think she does too. Let's see what they're saying about. What do you mean she'll never be the princess? Why won't she ever be the princess? Prince Harry and Meghan's wedding cake breaks with centuries of royal tradition. Okay. Oh, be careful, James. You're undecided. Ew, is that the cake? Ew, have you guys seen this? Look at the cake. Ew. Next month, to mark the occasion of Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan, Julian's, the LA-based auction house To the Stars, will be selling 5 cake slices from the iconic British royal wedding past. Oh my god. 600 to $800 for a slice of cake. They have cakes that are going back to 1973. Ooh, look at this cake. Elizabeth and Philip's cake in 1947. Oh my god, look at that. That is beautiful. You guys can't even see it. You have a list of things you're excited to see. No, they were perms. Oh my god, did she? You want to be a bridesmaid? I've been I've never been a bridesmaid. I've been a maid of honor once. I've always been the bride. Oh my god, Trina. I was a maid of honor. Okay. So it was an 18th century cookery writer named Elizabeth Raffald who first developed the formula to which each of these royal wedding cakes more or less adhered. Since medieval times, all special occasions in England, from Christmas to christenings, had been celebrated with fruit cakes, which were optimally suited to an era before refrigeration. Oh, you are unlikely to see mold on a fruit cake for a very long time. Rafald's innovation was to cover bride cake as wedding cake was then called in a layer of marzipan, followed by a bright white shell of cement-like substance that came to be known as royal icing. This double coated this double coating made cakes that were good looking. They were good to look at, but not necessarily to eat. Guests were left, one 19th century baker remarked, with a thick layer of white sugar, which nobody cared about, a medium layer of almond paste, which everybody wished for and did not always get, and the immense quantity of cake, which many only ate a few crumbs. Queen Victoria's cake for her wedding in 1840 was the first to become a national obsession, an extension of the public's fascination with the young queen herself. It was baked in a vast single layer, a great beast, some 10 feet in circumference. On top were figurines of Victoria and her betrothed, Albert of Saxton, wearing a Roman dress, as well as statues of turtle doves, cupids, and one of Victoria's beloved dogs. The cake's picture was displayed in every print shop in London. In the weeks before the wedding, as many as 21,000 people visited the bakery on Bond Street, where a policeman was standing guard. 18 years later, the wedding of Victoria's daughter Vicky to Prince Frederick William of Prussia featured the first multi-tiered royal wedding cake. It stood 7 feet tall with elaborate sugar busts of the bride and groom and the bride's parents, plus various naked cupids, um, orange blossoms, and something statues representing innocence and wisdom. All right, so this was the cake from 1840. Do you guys care about any of this? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say if the people are edible. I need a piece of chocolate. You care? I know you care, Muffin. Do you guys care if I continue reading about the cakes? Because this is quite interesting to me. You care? You care? Okay. Let me get a piece of. Let me get a piece of chocolate. This hangout just got really interesting for you. Fuck you, Muffin. You trying to say that my hangouts aren't interesting? I love history. Okay, so the Prince of Wales, as of April 23rd, 2018, is the next in line, which is Charles. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of Canadians in here. Okay. Well, let me finish eating this. You're going to find this interesting. He's the Duke of Cambridge. Well, I'm the Queen of Horrorville. Okay. For more than a century afterwards, royal wedding cakes did not change much beyond their decorative flourishes. When Elizabeth and Philip were married in 1947, wartime rationing was still in place, and there was something almost mechanistic. No, I'm saying that wrong. Masculinist, whatever. I'm not even going to try to play like I'm going to fuck with words right now because my eyes hurt. In the way that the public reveled in the thought of the couple's four-tiered masterpiece confection, which weighed 500 pounds and was stuffed with currants and raisins donated by Girl Guides of Australia, and featured scenes from the couple's lives, including of Philip's favorite sport, athletics, cricket, and sailing. In 2015, a piece of this cake, still wrapped in its original baking parchment, was sold at auction for 500 pounds. For Kate and William's wedding, the groom asked for a special extra cake of melted dark chocolate and broken rich tea biscuits, but the couple's main wedding cake would not have looked out of place on a Victorian banquet table. Its maker, the luxe cake designer Fiona Cairns, has said that she was given a clear brief that the cake must not be ostentatious or grand, yet it still featured 8 tiers of fruit cake, rising more than a meter tall, weighing 100 kilos, and decorated with 17 types of sugar paste flowers, each chosen by Kate for its symbolic meaning, including thistle for Scotland and lily of the valley for humility. The requests for chocolate and for modesty look like tiny gestures of rebellion from a prince who might secretly yearn to break free of his grandmother's rituals, but it's too polite. He's too polite to do so. More from Harry and Meghan's ceremony on May 19th will, in many ways, adhere to British royal tradition. The horse-drawn carriages, the commemorative coins. The couple will be married at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, which has hosted royal weddings for centuries. But because Harry is the younger brother, unlikely ever to become king, he and his bride can afford certain small freedoms. And their cake, baked by Claire somebody of a hip East London shop, Violet Bakery, may be the sharpest departure of all. Okay, so Claire, the baker, is a native Californian, has said that she grew up thinking that fruitcake was sort of a cruel joke, though I can attest that she has since learned to make a delicious Dundee-flavored one with candied Mayer lemons. Before moving to London, she trained at that Chesh Alice Walters Temple of Seasonal Market-Driven Cookery in Berkeley. Her cake for the upcoming wedding will be made of organic lemon, English elderflower, incorporating the bright flavors of spring. Okay, this is Prince William and Kate's wedding cake. Okay. What interests this baker in baking is not visual grandeur, but as she puts it in her Violet Bakery cookbook, the minitude of flavor and balance. Her first venture in London was a widely popular stall on Broadway Market that offered cupcakes and whoopie pies, many of them made with seasonal produce, from nectarine to geranium leaf. In 2010, she opened a shop on Wilton Way in Hackney, a half something neighborhood in East London. The cramped but elegant space, which faces a public housing complex, features chalkboard menus and an antique Mandalay mold hanging on the wall. On a visit earlier this month, I bought a lemon bar that looked like a unremarkable brown rectangle but tasted revolutionary. The perfect balance of buttery and tart in this and all of her baked goods. Her style is rustic chic, a kind of elegant imperfection, more in tune with an idylized country village than a gilded palace. Her Instagram account is a parade of uneven galettes and pies with sticky red plums or sour cherries spilling out, a charming stained page containing a recipe for snickerdoodles from her mother, who taught her how to bake, and wedding cakes that look delicate and fresh. 3 simple tiers of moist sponge coated in satiny buttercream, often tinted with fruit puree, and strewn with seasonal blossoms and petals. Unlike the monumental confections of yore, which were so solid that brides needed a special saw to make their first cut, her cakes are designed to eat, not to keep. Even the simplest of wedding cakes, though, is subject to symbolic interpretation. To some observers, the couple's choice of Violet Bakery will confirm once again that Megan, an actress who once ran a lifestyle website, has great taste, better than Kate's, as legend cruel fashion bloggers have judged. To others, the cake might represent all the welcome ways in which Harry's marriage to Meghan, an American divorcee, reflects progressive British values. But what the lemon and elderflower confection most surely reflects is the transformation of British attitudes towards baking in the years since William and Kate were married, thanks in large part to the massive popularity of the Great British Baking Shows. Brits now have noted, Brits now, as the baker herself has noted, have developed a taste for cakes beyond stale sponges. For all the divisions in modern British society, we are now a nation of home bakers ready to whip up a batch of coffee, cardamom, walnut cakes, or Mary Beth's fresh strawberry tartlets for our own royal wedding watching parties this weekend. Royal celebrations of the past have left lasting traces on British food culture. The curried coronation created by Constance Spry to mark Elizabeth's coronation in 1953 is still a beloved summer dish. Victoria's Sponge, a simple jam-filled sandwich cake, which was baked in profusion to celebrate Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887, has never gone out of fashion, although there are signs that the lemon and elderflower creation will become a new British favorite. Iceland, a low-cost supermarket chain selling mostly frozen foods, has created its own knockoff version, priced at just £8. But the baker told me recently that she hopes her style of baking points backwards as much as forward. Her royal wedding cake will encourage people to think about things like flavor in all the seasons, all of which, she said, are actually rather traditional. Huh! Well, that's quite interesting. Who's having honey buns? Is Dark eating honey buns? Oh, you can blame me. So that's interesting. So Megan's using an implant from America. Mm. Licked into a baker's dozen? Of what? Well, you didn't offer me a honey bun dark. I left before we could even eat the ice cream. No, I didn't know that, Char. Did you know that a fine was placed on bakers if the bread wasn't a dozen or under? Hmm. Mm. I think the next time I do bingo for prizes, I'm definitely gonna like do a candy one. Like you can win a bag of candy. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a foodie. I love food. I want to know what they're eating. Like, I want to know because the whole royal part of it, like, it's just intriguing to me. It's such a stigma. Like if you're a royal, you have to do this, that, the other. You know, I don't think I could never be a royal. Why are you done with me? Why? What did I do now? Ooh, I don't know. Let me see, city, because I'm all about the food. I am. Mm-mm. You can't eat the wedding cake. Well, this year you will be able to. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, Shar. I'm sorry. Oh, they're having an after party? Oh. Okay, so Prince Harry and Meghan are reportedly ending their long day at a tiki themed after party with Apache shooters, frozen strawberry sparklers, as well as an ice luge and South African beef, according to the Mirror. Steel drums will serenade the couple and their guest after the Express says everyone will be treated to ice cream served from vans at 2 a.m. As for the more traditional festivities, Harry and Meghan decided to have their wedding reception catered by Table Talk. What? What? Wait. Hold on. I need a drink for this one. Because I'm thinking Table Talk pies. If it's Table Talk pies, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh, it's caramel gelato. Okay. Which boasts sensational food at bespoke events. The Telegraph reports Prince William and Kate Middleton also used Table Talk for the 2011 wedding, as did Pippa Middleton and her husband James. And if it ain't broke, judging by its Instagram account, Table Talk serves foods that is appropriately modern and three-dimensional. Okay. And because Megan used to run a lifestyle blog she called the TIG, named for the Tuscan red wine, called Tignello, there is much speculation that red wine will be served in abundance. To be determined on whether royal weddings constitute open bar situations. As for the cake, it's warranted its own. Yeah, we already know that. Lemon elderflower, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So that's what we know about the spread for those privileged enough to be on the guest list, but there's a second tier of guests who didn't luck out. The 1,200 commoners picked to crowd the grounds at Windsor Palace and welcome Harry and Meghan after the ceremony. Those guests, according to The Guardian, were encouraged to bring a picnic lunch in their invitations because the royal family would not be feeding them. One commoner described this decision as unfathomable. As Harry and Meghan and all their important guests get ready to chow down on exquisite crafted food, pour yourself a 5 a.m. beer and heat up some leftover pizza. It's going to be a long day. Truth. Oh, let's see what drinks they'll be serving. Because, why not? So they're going to have South African beef. Okay, that's theirs. Okay, so they don't know. They're talking about Kate's wedding. Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper. Be a pepper. You work in what? I'm with Dark Pepsi. I say it's Coke, because fuck Pepsi. Oh, and I saw the dark one. Drink a Coke. So, how about that? Is there anything else we want to know about the royal wedding since now I'm Googling everything? Royal. Ooh, she's gonna have that the horse-drawn carriage. I don't think she's gonna breed. I bet you anything they're gonna get a surrogate. Where Kensington Palace 9 hours ago tweeted, "We're incorporating pollinator-friendly plants as part of the displays in and around St. George's Chapel for the royal wedding." Bitch, if it was a royal wedding, I definitely would not want bees. South Africa. Oh. Listen, I had a friend that just had a baby at 39, but I bet you anything because she is like an actress, but not an actress anymore. Because you know damn well the first year they're not going to want to breed. I know. And they're stupid. I mean, they're not stupid, but like my opinion is no. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, let me Google it. Let me Google it. 7 days ago. Okay, so Harry wants kids. Hey, Mandy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got to go around and do like the royal thing, right? Prince Harry, particularly, is very keen to start a family pretty soon after the royal wedding. Oh, so they're gonna be fucking without condoms. I'm doing great. I'm missing Dr. Cornwell's wife. I only got what I need. I hope life goes. Yeah. Good, Mandy. I'm glad. Twins. Why? Who wants twins? No, fuck the bullshit. After I was pregnant 6 times, I have 3 children. After I got my son, I was done. Done. Mm-mm. I think if my oldest was a boy, I probably would have never gone further. What the fuck is that? I know nobody that's pregnant except for YouTubers, but those are the people I just watch. I want to turn in this breeding. I want to be bred with a husband, respectful man. What? Mm-hmm. I thought about that too. Like my friend, she just had a baby, and her oldest is like in the 20s, and then her youngest is like starting school. It, this is like the last one of like five, one live birth. Bitch, I'm waiting. I'm gonna have grandbabies. That's all I'm waiting for. That better not be anytime soon. Uh-uh. Oh, I do know somebody that's pregnant. Angie. Angie's pregnant. Oh. Nope. Uh-oh. Ooh, excuse me. I'm done. I'll have grandbabies. Hmm. I'll have the grandbabies because they can go home. Like I love my kids, but I wouldn't want any more. Not at this age. Could you imagine though? Like, all right, get pregnant at 38, have the kid at 39, and then what? Be 59 when they turn 20? Like, no. Can you imagine being that old? You won't even be alive to see your grandkids because you'll be dead. Mm-mm. I want to be alive to see my grandbabies. Oh, I'm baby crazy too. Nah, fuck the bullshit. I know somebody that had a baby too. At 42, she had her 14th kid. Mm-mm. Nope. Like, fuck the bullshit. It's too much. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. 14. It's like 14 or 15, I think. I don't know. I bet you have to fuck to get pregnant. Oh, wow. Nah. Nah, city. Tell me. C-sections. I can't even remember how old I was when I had all my kids. Like legit. I know I was under 30. I know I was 19 when I got pregnant with my oldest. Nah, fuck the bullshit. 60? Nah. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. I can't. Oh, you've got to go to third grade. Can you also, change my diaper? No. Well, I got pregnant at 19, had her at 20. That one I remember. Mm-mm. How is her ass not in menopause? Ooh. Like, was it her own kid or was she just being a surrogate? Oh, wow, frog. I am so sorry. Yeah, I got pregnant at 19, had my oldest at 20. And then I got pregnant three more times, lost them. Got pregnant with my daughter, my second daughter. Fuck. There's, was it 6 years between them? So what? I was 26 when I had her, and then 28 when I had my son. There we go. Look at that. I figured it all out. Math. I mathed. Mike's like, this is sad. Well, this is what happens when women talk, Mike. This shit happens. We get pregnant, and sometimes it sticks, and sometimes it doesn't. Just like we get married. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. The only thing that it always sticks is if we have too much cake. That shit sticks right to our ass. Night, Shaw. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get off of here too because I've already been live for like a long time and now I'm tired. Yeah, sometimes people can't get pregnant. And sometimes a bath mat can look good on you and sometimes it doesn't. Truth. Mhm. Okay, so I apologize we didn't have bingo, but we had other conversation. And I am tired. I am very grateful that you all came. Um, I will either be live here soon in the next couple days, or I will be live on the viewer's voice with Nick um, to jump that off. But we did have a royal talk. Yep, we can do the wedding recap. Yeah, next week I have a couple things to do, but nothing like this week. Like this week has been my week from hell, and it's still going. I need to go live Saturday to critique the wedding. Yeah, I can. Yep, we can talk about the wedding this weekend. I appreciate all of you that let me be who I am and let me express what I want to express. I also appreciate all of you sharing like your stories and feeling comfortable enough to do that. You know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. Hey Tanya, you're late. I'm just about getting off. But I will talk to you guys probably Saturday. Maybe we'll do a recap on the royal wedding and then we'll go from there. Oh my god, somebody type it to Tanya that we're leaving. Good night, guys. Bye.